Hello there. You know, in today's UK, it's easy to feel like something's deeply off. I mean, I put it down to being like we're all passengers on a bus, being driven straight towards the cliff edge. And the driver isn't asleep at the wheel. It's done deliberately. And I'm going, that driver's going to take us over the edge of the cliff. He's doing it deliberately. And it's, shut up you Phil. Put your tinfoil hat back on. Are you daft? You need to get a grip. But many citizens are waking up to the fact that the government is far from being merely incompetent. They're feeling it may be enacting policies that serve a political or a particular agenda. An agenda that puts giant corporations, global institutions and the elites at the centre, while leaving us, the average citizen, the small business owner and the sole trader, behind. Now, I don't believe it's paranoia. I believe it's pattern recognition. Much of the frustration and suspicion stems from the UK's enlightenment with global strategies, particularly those endorsed by organisations like the World Economic Forum, the WF, the United Nations. Initiatives like the UN's Agenda 2030 and the WEF's Great Reset are real, and the UK government has embraced many of their core themes. The net zero targets, digital transformation, the integration of this absolutely ridiculous ESG, environmental social governance, principles into finance and regulation. Now, on paper, these agendas promote sustainability, yes, and equality. But critics would argue that in practice they often concentrate control into the hands of a few. Major corporations, tech monopolies, and political elites. Policy decisions are increasingly made at global forums, far removed from everyday realities of the working people in Britain. The average citizen has little input, while large firms get direct access to ministers and regulators. It's no wonder why many feel we're being treated as plebs, with little value outside their ability or our ability to consume and comply. Nowhere is the divide clearer than in the economy. Despite political lip service to levelling up and supporting small business, the actual outcomes tell a different story. During the COVID-19 pandemic, large corporations received massive bailouts and support packages. Supermarkets, airlines and consulting giants thrived, while thousands of small businesses were left without adequate help, and many sole traders were entirely excluded from government schemes, even now as the economy staggers under inflation and rising costs. It's the small, independent businesses that are feeling the most pain. Business rates, energy bills, the regulatory burdens continue to crush local shops, tradespeople and small enterprises. Meanwhile, multinationals enjoy tax loopholes, flexible compliance and direct influence over policy making. When the government designs rules with big firms in mind, whether it's the digital tax system, environmental audits or procurement policies, the result is predictable. Small operators drown in red tape, while big corporations hire teams of lawyers and consultants to skate through. Some analysts, economists, independent researchers have warned for years that a major economic collapse is coming, and that 2025 could be the key flashpoint. Now, this isn't just speculation. Global debt is at historic highs. Central banks have inflated massive asset bubbles through years of easy money. Supply chains are fragile. Geopolitical tensions are rising, and public trust in institutions is crumbling. Now, in this context, the fear is that the government may not be just failing to prevent collapse, they may be preparing to use it. That's right. A major crisis could provide a convenient pretext for implementing new systems. Central bank digital currency, digital ID frameworks, carbon tracking, and social credit style policies disguised as environmental or security measures. Now, in such scenario, the power shift wouldn't be accidental, it'd be engineered. Whether through design or dysfunction, we're living in a system that's increasingly favours the elites. Not just the ultra-wealthy individuals, but the corporate structures, the ideological institutions they operate through. The revolving door between government and big business, the influence of unelected global advisors and quiet sidelining of local voices, all point to a captured state. And perhaps the most telling sign is when the backbone of the economy, the small businesses, the sole traders, the independent builders, shopkeepers and creatives are struggling to survive, while corporations report record profits. Something is fundamentally broken. Many people sense that things aren't right, but feel powerless to respond. The first step is awareness, understanding the deeper forces shaping our economy, our laws and our futures. From there, people can start to build resilience, forming local networks, supporting independent businesses, pushing for political accountability, or even exploring alternative systems of trade and cooperation. Now, to wish me to be proven wrong is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of hope. A hope that maybe the system isn't as cynical or broken as it seems. But until that hope is matched by real change, any transparency, scepticism remains not justified, but necessary. In the meantime, take care. Bye now.